Hello there. In this lesson, can we talk about the midpoint formula? But before we go deep into the formula, can I show you something here? So, if I have a line like this, and let's say it's 2 meters, and somebody tells me he wants the midpoint of this line, he's simply telling me to find a point within the line which will divide the whole line into 2 equal parts. So in this case, to get that midpoint, and just take the length of the line, which is 2 meters, then I divide by 2, so that I can get the distance of each part such that where they meet is the midpoint. So 2 divided by 2 is 1 meter. So for me to divide this line into 2 equal distances, I need to have 1 meter for each piece, like this. And here, where they meet, this is the midpoint of the line. So basically, when we talk about midpoint, it's just the point where it divides the line into 2 equal parts. Now, with that knowledge, can I show you in the coordinate system what actually we mean by midpoint? So you see in this graph, if I plot a line like this line has coordinate values. It is not represented by distance, rather is presented by the coordinate values. So if I wanted to start the coordinates of this line, I will come in the x-axis and the y-axis. So in this case, in the x-axis where the line starts, we have 2, and on the y-axis we also have 2. So the first points of this line, which I can maybe call them here, is 2, 2. And then the line extrapolates all the way to 8, and on the y-axis 6. So the second point of this line, I can call it B, is 8, 6. So you see now I have the 2 points of the line. But now if I want to find the midpoint of this line, can I show you the midpoint? This is the midpoint. The midpoint is at 5, 4. And this midpoint is where the value of the line is divided into 2 equal parts. But you see, it's not a must for me to plot the line so that I can find the midpoint. I can use the formula to actually find the midpoint. And using our previous logic, we can actually find the midpoint using this formula, which is x1 plus x2 divided by 2, then y1 plus y2 divided by 2. So how do we arrive at this formula? You see, in our points, we already have x1. This one I can call it x1, and we also have y1, and we have x2, and we also have y2. So if I take x2 plus x1, or x1 plus x2, x1 plus x2, then divided by 2, it means I took the values of x, which were the x coordinates, which were x1 was 2, then went all the way to 8. So I took 2 plus 8 and then divided by 2 so that I can get the midpoint, which is 5. So if we do that, it will be 2 plus 8 divided by 2, which is 10 divided by 2, which is 5. And then we repeat the same for the y-axis. So at the y-axis, I'll take y1 plus y2 divided by 2. So In this case, our y1 was 2 and our y2 was 6. So I take 2 plus 6 divided by 2, which is 8, divided by 2, which is 4. And if you check at our midpoint, the value is 4. So the midpoint of this line is 5 for the x-axis and 4 for the y-axis. And that's how we apply this formula for midpoint. So, can we try an example? Find the midpoint between points 2, 3, and 6, 7. So I can call the first point as 2, 3. Can call it 10, and then the second point, which is 6, 7, I can call it B. So this is x1, this is y1, this is x2, this is y2. So to get the midpoint of this line with these coordinates, I only need to take x1 plus x2 divided by 2, comma, y1 plus y2 divided by 2. So it becomes x1 is 2 plus x2, which is 6, divided by 2, comma, then y1 is 3, y2 is 7, divided by 2. So I get 2 plus 6 is 8, divided by 2, which is 4. Then 3 plus 7 is 10, divided by 2, which is 5. So our midpoint becomes 7 divided by 2, which is 4, and 10 divided by 2, which is 5. So can we try to enter these values in our graph and see actually if it will give us that midpoint as 4, 5. So we have our x1 was 2 and our y1 was 3 and our x2 was 6 and our y2 was 7. And then we plot the segment and we show the midpoint. And as you can see, the midpoint becomes at 4 for the x-axis and 5 for the y-axis. So we are correct. Let me try another example. Well, find the midpoint of our line with these points. So point 1, which I can call here, is 4, 2, and point 2, which I can call B, is 8, 6. So, and we go about it. As usual, the formula is m is equals to x1 plus x2 divided by 2, comma, y1 plus y2 divided by 2. But we already have all these values. So this is x1, this is y1, this is x2, this is y2. So what I do, I take x1, which is 4, plus x2, which is 8, divided by 2, then y1, which is 2, plus y2, which is 6, divided by 2. So it becomes 4 plus 8, which is 12, divided by 2, then 2 plus 6, which is 8, divided by 2. So it becomes, the midpoint becomes 12 divided by 2 is 6, and 8 divided by 2 is 4. So can we try the values in our graph and see if it will give us the same point? So we had 4 as x1 and 2 as y1, and we also had 8 as x2 and 6 as y2. And then we can plot and show the midpoint. And as you can see, on the x-axis, the value is 6, and on the y-axis, the value is 4. So that's our midpoint. Can we try the last question? So we have 2 points as A, 1, 4, and B, 7, 10. So, what is the midpoint for this? Our midpoint formula is m is x1 plus x2 divided by 2, then y1 plus y2 divided by 2. But we already have all these values. So this x1, this is y1, this x2, this is y2. So if I apply it, it will be x1 is 1 plus x2 it is 7 divided by 2. Then y1 is 4, y1 to y2 is 10, so divided by 2. And the answer becomes if I take 1 plus 7 is 8, divided by 2 is 4, and then 4 plus 10 is 7, is 14, divided by 2 is 7. So our midpoint is 4, 7. Can we try in our graph and see if it will give us that midpoint? This one 4, then 7, 10, and 7, 10. Plot the segment and show the midpoint. Yes, as you can see, the x-axis, the point is 4, and the y-axis point is 7. So it has given us the midpoint. So that's how we find the midpoint of a line. Bye for now. Let's meet in the next lesson.